Molcham police station at Chandal district along Indo-Myanmar border runs without its own office building despite sanction of crores of rupees for police modernization. And India reports above 360,000 new COVID-19 cases and 3,293 deaths in 24 hours. Recovery rate drops to 82.33%. Kurumjiri, good afternoon. You are watching Wednesday Afternoon Bulletin on Impact News. And I'm Victoria Rajkumari with you. Before we begin, Impact News would like to make an appeal to all our viewers to continue to maintain COVID-appropriate behavior as we are witnessing a massive surge in COVID-19 cases. Do wash your hands frequently, wear your face masks properly and maintain a safe distance while stepping outside from your homes or workplaces. Remember, we are still in the midst of the pandemic and these three simple precautions are all that it takes to defeat the pandemic. Now the top stories. Molcham police station at Chandal district along Indo-Myanmar border has no office building of its own despite sanction of crores of rupees for police modernization in the state. The police station functions from the village guest house, village court and rental private households. Speaking regarding the police station led by Chandal district additional SP opened at rental rooms, Molcham village chief Thongson alias Thonkoson said Molcham village is located 95 kilometers away from Chandal district headquarters adjacent to Myanmar, inhabited by 140 households. He added the previous police station at the village was vandalized by revolutionary groups during peak of insurgency issues. He expressed happiness that insurgency issues not longer exist in the area. The Molcham village chief said police and Manipur Rifles personnel posted at Molcham police station are working from village guest house, village court and rental private households as the state government has failed to construct a new police station till date. He highlighted the plights facing the villagers as the mentioned places are right in the middle of the village. Highlighting various inconveniences in the village, member of Molcham Village Authority, Lungkhongam said few electric poles were erected at the village, assuring to provide electricity by government around 5 years back. He lamented over failure to provide electricity till date. Mentioning regarding a road situation in the village, he lamented that the village roads are yet to be blacktopped. He said bridges above Tuivang River and Tuidim River in the village were carried away during flood. Lungkhongam said that at present, villagers cross the river by going through the river. He said such cannot be done during a monsoon season. Lungkhongam said villagers used to travel to Myanmar to purchase goods, but they cannot continue to do so owing to COVID-19 pandemic. He appealed to the government to provide the basic amenities like safe drinking water, electricity, network coverage, including fixing of the two bridges, amongst others, at the earliest.
Yung masing sipaw si igim daliban, yeso daliban, one minute scheme masung piti, makan masung piti, bali do. Kaso later na igi kodo daliban. Ising sung bayam bay, aduga mesu yam bay, push liba siya. Niya baso later, mako yam bay, adu mako si simpaw na bayati, kasi dari makai dia, one minute hari bijaga masih mati upang piu ay na sila. Acan ni.
Koi mesu, sa jumba si sayi mga teruk sura. May tung kaya ng sipaw mesu tung de karigino si. Na sum tawdi si khoi janing de masi yam thuna mai se thungai bi lam sawa si da khoi sawa si khangmo ngam de light lei de na fence sin na baja de aduna khoi su manipur ma chaw de manipur ma cha gi matungen na te khoi su to bi ha.
In the wake of surging COVID-19 cases in the state, all the local clubs of Kukching district under the supervision of Deputy Commissioner Kukching and Chief Medical Officer Kukching carried out mass vaccination at Kukching Mayai Laikai today. The vaccination program aims to administer vaccines to around 600 individuals. Speaking to media, District Family Welfare Officer cum District Immunization Officer Dr. Howam Sanjit Kumar said the vaccination programs as ignited to accommodate the increasing number of people coming from vaccinations at 8 vaccination sites in the area. He said initiatives are underway to organize such programs in other areas. He further appealed to people not to hesitate in getting the vaccine. He confirmed that around 6,000 people in Kukching district were vaccinated and there is no report of any unwanted news yet. Dr. Sanjit Kumar sensitized the public on the benefits of getting vaccinating, citing that the same can assist in curing the virus up to 30 to 40%, unlike the non-vaccinated persons. He reiterated that to get vaccinated and avail the benefits timely.
Activated vaccination site fan level marsida rush haidi komjal apagi masing se tugi mate sung no ngi engala panina akoina load to puga ngamdabanina hospital di site to na nakpa akoina management to di khang ngamgadoba session site ama akoigi respected deputy commissioner coaching amasung respected sir CMO coaching gi permission longzara akoina site ama da locate tawjaraga akoigi coaching gi apun club singa oida contact tawra akoina sida mafamsida outbreak ka macham sinjabani na makhata wa jo koi karigumba si replicate to ya bagi ate to komhum da koina hard to reach area dagidi basic da akoigi vaccination site da European ngamdaba location leba dagidi underperforming leba area leraga mathangda koi khanajaraga matung manau naina lokachagena su.
An earthquake measuring 6.4 on the Richter scale shook Manipur around 7:51 this morning. The epicenter is at Assam. There is a report for damages of property in the state till date. The earthquake jolted entire the northeast states. In Assam, people came out to streets from their homes out of fear. A few buildings have developed cracks. Prime Minister Narendra Modi spoke to Assam Chief Minister Sarbanand Sonowal regarding the earthquake in different parts of the state. He assured all possible help from the centre and prayed for the well-being of the people of the state. Home Minister Amit Shah also spoke to the Chief Minister to assess the condition in different parts of Assam after the earthquake. He said the central government stands firmly with the people of Assam. Secretary of CPI Manipur State Council Sotin Kumar appealed to labourers to jointly strive for their rights under new revolution on occasion of May Day, the celebration of workers of whole world. In his message, he recalled that the violated rights of labourers which were achieved after years. He further appealed to labourers to unite and help each other in achieving their demand. JC formed against a live attempt on Mohammad Razauddin and Aslam Khan of Urub Kuno, Imphal East District has revoked its decision to carry out agitation against the accused 4 personnel of 60 Assam Rifles. Speaking to media at Urub Kuno today, the JC convener Sair Shah affirmed that the decision resulted after a meeting between Urub Kuno elders and 16 Assam Rifles officials. He added the meeting termed the unfortunate incident of 25 April occurring following a misunderstanding. He said both sides have compromised not to let such incidents occur in the near future.
16 Assam Rifle amsung Urukno gi prasingi marakta thogan ningdeba lai bakhe tho omo thokre padugi matangda 16 Assam Rifle gi amasung Urukno gi praja singi punna phamina duna bhab tana da thokre ba thodo du jana ba progre bhab tana haudo pe thokhibani amadi matung tarakpada sum ba thodo ase amu ana thogalaroi hai wafam da JC amasung 16 Assam Rifle gi authority ga yana ba purakpadagi sem gi JC live time of the Razau and Aslam Khan haiba JC jina chathagani taromba agitation makhata na chatharo suspend tawjare.
First executive and advisor meeting of the recently formed Uripok Kanba Apunballo was held today. The meeting resolved to provide safe drinking water in Uripok, to look into provision of rice for the months of May and June in regard to National Food Security Act and COVID, and to apprise authorities concerns regarding deplorable roads in the area. Dark Day Observation Committee has observed Dark Day at the office of IPSA Thobal branch. The day is being observed in remembrance of the day in which British forces occupied Kangla in 1891 after the war. President of Thobal Apunballo, Samom Rajkumari, President of IPSA Thobal branch, Biswajit Akoijam, Vice President of IPSA Thobal branch, Laimujam Pratap and others attended the event. Spokespersons at the event appealed to youths to follow the footsteps of our courageous forefathers. Now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you news and updates on coronavirus cases in India and the world. We'll be back with the details after the break. Keep watching Impact News.
Office of the Yaifre Group of Finance, Head Office Singmairong near Eastern Motor Imphal East, May Taramanga English Singanikun Matoi, Tha Amada Lupa Lesing Marika Hulaga, Hausagadoriba, Lottery come tender Siaubiraga, Lupa Lak Kundimapu Oibiu, Lucky Draw Fauragana, Lupa Lak Amafang Bigani, Loinana, Atoba Matamda, Ezen Yankai Supamzay, Ezen Singidamak monthly income, draw timing and Utulgipung Anini.
Welcome back. You're watching Wednesday afternoon bulletin on Impact News. India reported 3,60,960 new COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours. India's COVID tally stands at 1,79,97,267. As per the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, there are 29,78,709 active cases in India, and death toll stands at 2,01,187, with the addition of 3,293 new COVID deaths. On the positive note, 2,61,162 recoveries were reported in the last 24 hours, rising the total recovered cases to 1,48,17,371. India's recovery rate has further declined to 82.33%. Maharashtra has the highest active coronavirus cases of above 6,74,000. Globally, coronavirus has infected above 14,93,62,000 people. Above 31,49,455 people have died, and recoveries are above 12,70,40,000. USA ranks highest with over 68,17,000 active cases, followed by India and Brazil. COVID-19 active cases are surging in the northeast states. Assam ranks highest with 19,923 active cases, followed by Meghalaya with 1,456 cases and Sikkim with 983. There are 1,032 active cases of COVID-19 in Manipur, 864 in Tripura, 769 in Mizoram, 767 in Nagaland, and 819 in Arunachal Pradesh. The registration process for COVID vaccination to all above 18 years is starting today. They will be vaccinated in the third phase of COVID vaccination drive starting from May of next month. All those eligible can register on the CoWIN portal, cowin.gov.in. In this phase, the vaccination will continue as before in central government vaccination centers, free of cost to the eligible people, including healthcare workers, frontline workers, and all above 45 years of age. During this phase, vaccine manufacturers will supply 50% of their monthly release doses to the central government, and they will be free to supply the remaining 50% doses to states as well as in the open market. Centre has provided more than 15 crore vaccines so far to states and union territories free of cost. Union Health Ministry said more than 1 crore doses of vaccine are still available with the states and union territories to be administered. India has launched the world's largest vaccination drive on 16 January this year. The ministry said more than 80 lakh doses will be received in addition by the states and union territories in the next 3 days. Health Ministry said recently some media reports quoting some government officials from Maharashtra have pointed out that the vaccines in the state are finished and adversely impacting the vaccination drive in the state. The ministry clarified that the total COVID vaccine doses received by Maharashtra as on yesterday are more than 1 crore 58 lakh. Of this, the total consumption including wastage was more than 1 crore 49 lakh. It said a balance of more than 9,23,000 doses is still available with the state for administration of vaccine doses to the eligible population groups. Furthermore, 3 lakh doses of COVID vaccine are in the pipeline for delivery in the next 3 days. Civil Aviation Minister Hardeep Singh Puri has said that Air India is going to airlift 10,636 oxygen concentrators manufactured by Philips from various countries. In a tweet, Puri said that such 636 concentrators have already flown in from US to India. He said the consignments are flying in every day and the whole task will be completed within this week. Now the sports news. In IPL cricket, Royal Challengers Bangalore registered a thrilling one-run win over Delhi Capitals as Mohammad Siraj defended 14 runs in the final over at the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad last night. With this win, RCB has moved to the top spot in the IPL standings with 10 points from 6 games. On the other hand, Delhi Capitals is at the third spot with 8 points from 6 games. Chasing 172 runs, Delhi Capitals scored 170 runs for the loss of 4 wickets in the allotted 20 overs. For Delhi Capitals, Rishabh Pant made 58 of 48 balls, while Simron Hetmar 53 of 25 balls. For Royal Challengers Bangalore, Harshal Patel took 2 wickets, while Mohammad Siraj and Kylie Jamieson 1 wicket each. Earlier put into bat first, ABD Villiers' unbeaten knock of 55 runs of just 42 balls helped Royal Challengers Bangalore post a score of 171 for 5 in the allotted 20 overs. Along with D. Villiers, Rajat Patidar and Glenn Maxwell also chipped in with knocks of 31 and 25. A.V. Villiers was named the player of the match. For Delhi Capitals, all the 5 bowlers used by skipper Rishabh Pant ended up taking 1 wicket each. Today, Chennai Super Kings will take on Sunrisers Hyderabad in Delhi at 7:30 p.m. And before we wrap up, let's take a quick look at the headlines once again. Moljam Police Station at Chandal district along Indo-Myanmar border runs without its own office building despite sanction of crores of rupees for police modernization. And India reports above 360,000 new COVID-19 cases and 3,293 deaths in 24 hours. Recovery rate drops to 82.33%. That's all we have in this afternoon bulletin. Thank you for being with us. For more news updates, you can also follow Impact TV on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and YouTube. Until then, have a great afternoon and stay safe.
Sri Sri Gaurachandraya Namaha.